Hi there, Michelle Shine here. So, I have another funny story for you about students and teaching and stuff. So, I teach classes at the local community college, and I was teaching about pleurisy, which is a inflammation of the pleura. There are linings, a membrane that line your lungs called the visceral pleura, and then it folds back and forms into what we call the parietal pleura. And these membranes surround your lungs and keep them contained. So I was teaching about pleurisy, and a funny story came to my mind, and I actually told my students this, and I can't believe I said this because it's probably not the thing you want to tell your students, but then it just kind of, in the moment, I just said it. It's funny. So I was telling them about pleurisy and then what inflammation of the pleural membranes is. It manifests as when you take a deep breath, your rib cage hurts. It hurts to take a deep breath, and then you also have cold symptoms too. And after X-rays and everything, I had pleurisy once, and I told them this. I said, so I got pleurisy once, and this is how it felt. I felt like it was really hard to take a deep breath, and it was I had some cold symptoms and some sore throat, and I had the X-rays. They were looking for pneumonia. They were looking for everything, So none of that came back positive, and so they had to assume that it was pleurisy. And so I got a diagnosis of pleurisy, and I said, okay, how on earth do you get pleurisy? And at the time, I didn't even know what visceral pleura and parietal pleura were, so I had to go do the WebMD thing and look that up. But now I know that since I'm teaching anatomy and physiology, I had to learn it. So I shared this story. And so they gave me a diagnosis of pleurisy, and I asked, how on earth do you get this? And they said trauma. Like if you were handling a jackhammer or some kind of intense repetitive jolting will do it. And I was like, oh my God. And it dawned on me that I got pleurisy from doing Zumba. I think that's hilarious. I was shaking it and shaking it and shaking it. I got so excited about that Zumba class that I was just shaking myself all over the place, and I ended up with pleurisy. Who gets pleurisy from doing Zumba? Me. Anyway, it was really funny, and my students cracked up. They loved it, and anyway, I just thought it was funny and funny classroom humor to share. Have a great day. Namaste.